Hello, everyone, and welcome to State of the Realm. I took a personal day last week, so we skipped a week, but we have a show that we had planned for like 2-3 weeks for today. We're doing an interview-style episode. We haven't done one of these in a while, and we have on everyone's favorite solo adventurer in the Final Fantasy XIV community, RathGames. But let's do our usual intro first, and then we'll get to talking about those adventures. I'm one of your hosts, Mr. Happy, and of course, joining me is Sly. He's always here. Barely, though.
Barely.
Yeah. Barely made it. You good?
I'm good. I just fuck midday traffic, man. I swear to God. I was thinking it would be smooth sailing, just getting home. I mean, I expected it closer to where I went, but no, not even that. Like, everything was great until I got close to home, and all of a sudden, everybody's out at like 2-something in the afternoon for whatever reason on a Friday.
I don't know, dude. You told me an hour and 40 minutes ago you were going to be late, and I don't know. That to me doesn't sound like close to home.
That was me on the way back from where I was. What? Like, yeah. So I drove to Fayetteville, basically. From Raleigh to Fayetteville is about I would say, around that time. So yeah, I was on the highway as I was, letting you know. And
okay, that's a very big close to home. Yeah. Fun times. All right. And of course, I mean, I already said it in the intro, so you already know who's coming up next. But Rath's here. Hi.
Hello, everybody. How's it going?
How's it going? Welcome.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, long overdue. I'm terrible at asking guests. Sly can vouch. He knows.
He's terrible until he's not, until he does it last minute.
I did not do this one last minute.
I know.
Although to be fair, I think it started as a last minute and then became I'll see you in 3 weeks, if I recall. Something like that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was.
Oh, what the heck? It didn't update the overload. When it broke earlier, it didn't do it properly.
Wait.
Hello, everybody. It's nice to see you. I'm Jesse Cox. Okay. It's great to have you here.
Like I said, we did have one technical difficulty already before we started.
There we go. Had to get it out the way.
Gotta get it out.
And I am bleeding into Sly's camera a bit. Sorry, my tree is currently attacking you.
Yeah, this is. I
should
have given myself more time once Sly got here to make sure everything was done. Sly was a few minutes late, and so as soon as he got here, I just went, and I didn't fact check that. I didn't make sure that's something I definitely didn't look at before we started. Fortunately, I can just do that, and now it's good. And now everything's fixed, which is the preferred outcome. Hi. So yeah, back to what you were saying.
I've completely forgotten. What was I saying?
It's okay. We lose our trains of thought.
Oh, no, I remember. Okay. You reached out to me 3 weeks ago for coming to stop in on the singular and only week I've ever taken a hiatus from streaming. And so I was like, can't do this one, but I could do as soon as I'm done this.
There you go. Well, it worked out. I'd say it worked out in the end. We got you here. We skipped a week last week too, so we're all good. And now Sly's too quiet. See, that's what I mean. It just constantly swings one way or the other.
There's no winning whatsoever.
There's no winning. Sly's mic is also different every week, to be fair.
Every week, and I don't touch a damn thing. It's just Discord. Discord hates me.
Yeah, that's a program of choice problem that we've found ourselves. Yeah. That's just a big variance in the way it goes. Well, like I said, we're glad to have you. It's been a long time request. But I'm terrible at reaching out to people. Sly's the extrovert. I'm the introvert.
And it's funny we were having this episode because 2 years ago on my birthday, I interviewed Rath.
I can't believe you remembered it. I was going to remind you if you didn't.
No, of course I remember that. That was like a whole day of me interviewing people for like 13 hours straight.
That's why I didn't expect you to remember it. I'm sure you were exhausted.
Sly's got an iron trap memory. You should see him when we've done quiz games in the past for Final Fantasy. And he's just like, I don't know. I'm not really sure, but here's this perfectly correct answer.
Oh, God.
Is it just like drunken recall? Like, do you just, if you're always...
No, I've actually, well, yes and no. I've actually proven this on my stream. I would just play like really, really old episodes of Win Ben Stein's Money or name a random trivia game, and somehow I would win. But yes, I would be drinking during that. So I think it is. I think that is the case.
Yeah. I had a friend in college who got entirely through nursing school high as fuck, and he said that it helped him remember things. So keep that in mind when you go to the hospital.
Yeah.
To be fair, if you know what nursing students have to go through, you too would be high as fuck. Anyway. So, before we get started with the interview, just a quick sponsor shout out. I don't have any ads to cut to this week. Just thanks to the sponsors over on Patreon for supporting. Nobody has to. We don't have any optional content. We don't have anything in addition. It's there. If you like it, great. If you don't, it's fine. Enjoy the show. I did get the show working on audio format again, by the way. So I uploaded the last several episodes into that. I had a few people take notice of that, so that should be good. The RSS feed should be fixed. And then on top of that, thanks to SteelSeries for sponsoring. Got some fun stuff with them coming up. Teaser, hint, hint. So keep that in mind, but they're always there. So, Rath, for anyone who doesn't know who you are, which would be surprising because the name always comes up, very frequently. Very frequently. Do your little intro spiel. You know the drill.
Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm RathGames. I'm the funny solo Final Fantasy XIV guy. If you don't know what that means, Mrhappy's been doing it enough so I can use it as a good example. It's an old school RuneScape Iron Man, but in Final Fantasy XIV, with a few extra restrictions to make it fit the game. So that's no partying with other players, no NPC support in dungeons or trials, no market board, no trading, and no quest rewards, and I level sync or silence echo dungeons or trials whenever possible.
No quest rewards. That's interesting. As in, you can't just use the artifact armor.
Exactly. That's the only real justification for it, because that takes out. If I do quest rewards for the main challenge, it's just I've never had to craft anything. I spent like a year crafting my way through A Realm Reborn, and I wouldn't have had to do any of that. I would have just gotten the artifact armor and been done with it.
Fair. Fair. Okay. Now, it's funny because I was thinking of doing a similar challenge, but I wanted to take it a step further and make it even worse. And I may still, but I wanted to do one chunking effectively.
Oh, horrific.
So I have to do goal tasks before I'm allowed to move on. So that might be something in my near future. That
could be beautiful.
That could be awful as well. I definitely have to turn on no meme grinds because I don't want to unlock leave quests and then be like, well, I'll see you in 7 years.
Nah, come on. What?
You gotta commit to it. Hey guys, I'll just the series will be going on for 7 years until I get to the thing. So, with that in mind, as you mentioned, I'm doing RuneScape. What was the initial motivation to do a challenge of said regard?
Well, it's kind of just I've played RuneScape long enough, and it's embedded into my brain. And so for a while, I just thought it might be fun to do something like that in 14. And then one of the days I just said, you know what? Sure, I'll just start it today. And then that's it. Nice and easy.
It is nice when it's that easy. Sly knows I'm never that simple.
No, you have to be extra as fuck for whatever reason.
What does that mean?
Whatever he does. I mean, okay, there's okay, understand what Rath does and all the restrictions that he put on. You will probably take that and add a bunch of more random shit to make it even more Iron Man.
Point. Yeah, I did literally just he's got me red-handed, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what makes it fun though, Sly.
Yes.
Does it?
Exactly.
Is it?
It is what makes it fun.
Yeah.
So Rath, you said like your main I guess where you kind of got this idea from was RuneScape. Now, there was a time within Final Fantasy XIV. I want to say it was kind of in between what? Stormblood, Shadowbringers, where we had this hey, this is an MMORPG, but yeah, you can do shit by yourself if you want to, kind of spiel. Did any of that kind of play into it as well? Like knowing what Yoshi P was doing at the time with players trying to be lone wolves and everything.
Not really. That's for me. It was just that just felt like a different way to play it. If I didn't want to deal with queue times, I can use the duty support system. Or if I really liked the characters for specific story moments, I could use the trusts. But it didn't really push me towards the solo stuff as much as just the regular Iron Man stuff for RuneScape did.
Did Deep Dungeon have it? Because I don't know what your status is with Deep Dungeon solos.
I hate deep dungeons and I suck at them. Wow. So that's just, I'll put that out right now. I've never been a necromancer or anything of the equivalent. The best I've gotten is Lonely Explorer, which is just the floor 101 title in Palace. If I manage to get Lone Hero, everything's going to be great. But yeah, I'm really bad with deep dungeons. I can't handle it, man. You're telling me I have to walk along the wall and I have to take everything slowly. I want to go fast. You've got me on a timer. I'm running through the middle of rooms. I'm stepping on every trap.
That's a hell of a, it's like, I gotta get to the war, so I gotta just run through this minefield, right?
Exactly. Come on, dude.
So you're more on the speed running type in for this particular challenge?
Well, no. I'm also I see a shiny chest. It doesn't matter if I'm full pommanders. I'm running for it anyway. So I'm just impatient.
That's fair.
Impatient does not sound like the character trait of an Iron Man. I just want you to know that.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird one. I'm not impatient for solo at all for some reason. I really couldn't tell you what the difference is. Maybe it's just because it constantly feels like I'm doing something compared to in Palace, where I just have to sit there and wait for a guy to turn around and then step into my exit portal. I want to kill it. Just kill the dude.
That's fair. Even if you have the exit, you're just like, yeah, but that guy's still... That's a classic RPG way of thinking of things, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like when you play your first Souls game, and you're like, I could just run for the bonfire, but I also could just kill everybody between this bonfire and the next bonfire. And if I don't do that, then just do it again.
Exactly. Yeah.
As somebody who took 3 games before I started saying, fuck this, and running past... I understand that. I was like, but think of all the soul. Think of all the souls.
Exactly. Once I get through, I'll have like 10 times the souls.
Yeah, Bloodborne fixed that for me. I couldn't do any of those. I couldn't do any more of those run backs, killing everything. It's too much. Couldn't do it. I had to start skipping things. That was the one. Don't talk to me about DS2 run backs. I don't want to hear about DS2. Nope. I don't want chat to talk about DS2 run backs. That's camera. Come on. It's all right. We had this happen before. Fortunately, it's a quick fix. That was the first technical difficulty that we had that distracted me, was the camera getting frozen. Quicker fix than it normally is. Thanks, Discord.
Whoopee.
So I'm not exactly sure. When did, like time-wise, did you start doing the solo challenge?
Wow, 2.5 years ago, I think. End of February 23.
End of February 23. Okay. All right. So 2.5 years. And where are you currently in the MSQ?
Just unlocked Amarat. So we're on the Shadowbringer's quest.
Okay. So there's clearly a lot's happened in the last 2.5 years that have gotten you to that point. Do you know how many episodes it is offhand? Or close to?
Man, like something about like 22-ish, 23, I think. Just off the top of my head.
That's right. So like one a month, a little bit more than one a month on average.
Just about.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. When you released the first one, when you had the idea, how committed were you of it being more than just a one-time try? Like how committed, how much of it was like you wanted to give it a shot and then you saw people were really enjoying it and that kind of got you to keep going at some points? And how much of it was like you were going to do it no matter what?
At the very start, I wanted to get to the end of A Realm Reborn, and that was just gonna be it for me. But as I progressed more through A Realm Reborn and could continue to do things in like level sync or whatever ridiculous gear we took for it, I just didn't really want to stop doing it. And the other side was like, once Ultima was definitely the turning point for me with all of the support and joy that brought people seeing that fight. So I was just like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna keep going. I can't stop now.
Can't stop now. Well, we'll get to a discussion about stopping a little bit later, because there's definitely some pain points ahead of you that I'm curious to hear what your thoughts are about it. So let's go back to the start of the journey then. A Realm Reborn. I have stayed largely in the dark on this year. I've basically just gotten overviews from everyone. I actually don't watch, so I know I almost never watch Final Fantasy 14 content on YouTube. When I'm done for the day, I like 14 just turned off in my brain.
He's done.
I'm done.
He is
like
done.
I genuinely cannot say when I've actually like watched ever, almost. Like, it's bad. So when it comes to A Realm Reborn, what were some of the early challenges that you encounter for something like this?
Definitely the lower levels are the hardest parts. Like being stuck with Brayflox's long stop is still in my mind one of the worst dungeons in the entire game for the solo challenge, because the first boss of Brayflox spawns ads every 30 to 45 seconds. For a normal party, you see those ads that it spawns at the very start, and then you're done and you never see them again. The boss is dead. I have to see them like 4 or 5 times, and they poison you, and they paralyze you, or they petrify you, and it's horrible. It's the worst. It and at those earlier levels as well, there were multiple dungeons that had 4 bosses instead of 3, so it just made it all the worse for hoping I could get through it in time.
Yeah, I'd imagine that the bosses is really where most of this kind of comes to a head. So Brave. So the first boss, just because of the ads, and to be clear, are you doing all of A Realm Reborn synced, or were you going unsynced for
as much as possible? Ifrit is where I started doing level sync, and then I did level sync anytime it was possible to do it. Past that, I think the first time I stopped being able to level sync was I actually can't remember.
I can imagine
probably
places.
Post ARR. I think is the only time where I was forced into it with Chrysalis and Shiva. But other than that, I think mostly I did manage it level synced.
Sly, you take over. My cat's being annoying. Hold on.
Very important. Very important.
So again, the rules. Well, by your rules, you level synced until you couldn't. Did you have to kind of flip back, and like have you flipped back to level syncing at your current point right now, or are you still kind of taking it by a case-to-case basis?
It's always on a case-to-case, just because there are some things that you never even think about that are way worse than anything you've possibly imagined for it. But I mean, I'm in Shadowbringers now, and 3, I think, Holminster, Malika's, Raktika, and Mount Gulg were all level synced, and then Amarat so far I can't level sync, and Dawn Meg I couldn't level sync. So like it's always just trying to do it with the absolute minimum buffs or differences.
And again, what specific job?
It depends. Mostly for Shadowbringers, I've been using Warrior, but for Stormblood Alamigo, I did Red Mage level synced. For a lot of Endgame Realm Reborn, I did Gunbreaker, because Gunbreaker is objectively better healing-wise in those ARR states, because it's a 3-hit for Warrior before you have Raw Intuition unlocked to get any heals, because you can only heal off of Storm's Path. and then Gunbreaker is a 2-hit, so it's like 200 heal potency per attack versus like 160-ish.
So the job as well is kind of on a case-to-case basis, because you have something you go in with in mind with, or do you just automatically know, hey, I can't do this on a DPS, I am going as a tank? Or have you ever thought about, well, I mean, if you really want to play challenge mode, have you thought about going as a healer?
Belser's Wall was a healer. Belser's Wall was Sage. Sage
Okay.
Silence Echo was the lowest I could do Belser's Wall with.
Okay.
And then it really is just a lot of discovery from my side or from the theory crafters with all the other people that are doing the solo challenge now, of figuring out what classes are possible to get through content with. Mostly it's tanks. I think Alamigo is the only one post ARR that can be done with a DPS, but I could very much be wrong about that. And healer, the only use I have ever found was with Belser's Wall.
I'm surprised healer wasn't more popular for early dungeons.
It definitely
Yeah,
had some good showings in early dungeons. It's mostly just that I have the worst luck on the planet. I just need to say this in general. If something is RNG,
fucking impossible. I'm sorry.
If something is RNG based, I will always fail it, no matter what. And so for healers, a lot of the time, the best thing that I had for ARR was with Scholar and critting ad loquium, because that's what you need to be able to tank the tank busters. I could not. You could give me a 30% crit chance, I would never crit Adlo. I just wouldn't. There was one boss, I can't remember where it was from. It's the Hexadrone from one of the Stormblood dungeons.
Hexadrone.
I can't remember if it's Alamigo or the one right before Alamigo, I think.
Hexadrone. I'm trying to...
Doma Castle. Yes.
Yeah, because Doma Castle was the only one I could think of. Yeah.
Yeah, Doma Castle, second boss is Hexadrone. That one was completely RNG based. I needed to crit some of my heals on Warrior to be able to survive it level synced. There was no other way to go about it. And that took me like 6 days worth of attempts.
Oh, wow.
It's a lot of days.
It's just luck doesn't like me, man.
You say that, but you have not seen Sly Luck. Sly Luck is the most horrible luck possible. Mr. Happy has a good luck stat. His luck stat, he has a pretty decent luck stat.
I don't know what you're talking
about. But when it comes to Sly Luck, oh god.
Sly, if I get
Run
the
maps
skilling pet in Motherload mine during the show, then I'll agree with you.
I say both of you run maps with me and see what happens.
That'd be great.
I will do a map, and then the next person, oh, I got an in.
Whoa.
I will say I do your map, your loot, and I did get a yen in my fever dream. I don't do free for all. I'm not willing to put up with somebody else winning the yen on my map. I'll willingly concede the other yens, but
no, I'm not.
I can't mentally stand when 7 people have shit maps and you have one good map and everybody else wins everything. I'd be like, motherfucker.
Yep.
Can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't. If I'm in control, I can't.
I fucking refuse.
I
refuse.
I'll start bribing. I'll be like, so guys, listen. It was my map at the end of the day, right? You know, just make that the rule right from the onset. It's interesting hearing some of the jobs. As someone who is considering doing something similar, mine a little bit more again extreme than I'll explain what I wanted to do in a little bit. Very interesting hearing about the job choices. So you mentioned earlier in the restrictions, you said no quest rewards, but are you allowed to have dungeon rewards? Did you have to farm any?
Yeah, dungeon rewards are generally fine. It's just that by the time I'm doing that dungeon, I normally have to overgear for that dungeon anyway, because I need to make sure that I'm at stat cap for it if I want to manage to live at level synced. So generally, the dungeon gear isn't actually worthwhile.
What about spirit bonding? It's got to be some spirit bonding involved somewhere in this.
Sometimes I try to avoid materia as much as I possibly can. I'm almost at the point where I don't have to think about it anymore. Yoshi P stole my really good materia source from me. It used to be bronze certificates from Chloe could get you basically any tier of materia. And then when they fixed the Wondrous Tales so that I could continue to do Wondrous Tales, when they got rid of the level requirement for maxed and set it to MSQ requirement, they removed like 80% of the materia. So all the lower level materia is gone, and it's basically only like End of Shadowbringers, Endwalker, and Dawntrail materia now, which I cannot use on my gear, and that hurts.
Yeah, it's no bueno. I have nightmares of a Realm Reborn spirit bonding. So I was curious to hear if spirit bonding was much of a thing. I mean, it's a few percentage different, but it's not like you can meld vitality for anything to make certain things easier, or strength or anything anymore. So
some of them you really do need it though for just warriors guaranteed crit direct hit damage. Just bumping up as much of the crit stats or direct hit stats as you can to crit those as much as possible is nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, what a time. So, because dungeon gear might be allowed, but effectively, you're mostly grinding for crafting, I'd assume.
Yeah, a lot of the time, yeah. Mm-hmm.
As someone who hates crafting.
Oh, yeah, of course.
How do you go about... Because I honestly have no idea what it's like being a crafter that actually has to do crafting before max level it. Like, it's a completely foreign prospect to me, and all the buttons have changed so much over the expansions that I genuinely can't conceive it.
I believed in you.
As someone who hates crafting, I will tell you that generally, it's not really that bad. A lot of it is, I'll tell you that my stream chat definitely hates me for not doing the crafter quest. I don't have manipulation. I don't need manipulation. There's not been a single craft so far where I've needed to use it. I can get high quality with anything. Like, it's not a problem. It just takes a little bit of extra time, and you gotta plan it out individually for whatever you're crafting.
Sly's offended by that no manipulation.
I am very fucking offended. I mean, when you get... You have no rights. I mean, I believed in you, Mrhappy. I believed in you, man. And once you start getting to...
Why?
Once you start getting to, I guess, closer to where we are, I want to say you'll need it. I mean,
everybody has told me that for every expansion, unfortunately. Every single time, it's like, you're going to need it when you're in Stormblood. There's no way you can do Stormblood crafting without it. There's no way you could do Shadowbringers crafting without it. I can do the next expansion's crafting without manipulation. I can do crafting for Endwalker equipment without manipulation in my Shadowbringers gear.
And let me guess, that's script gear, I want to say? Or can you even do, right?
I do the script gear for those, yeah.
Okay.
Genuinely, I avoid shops as much as I possibly can. If it's something that I can craft, I'll craft it instead of just buying it from a shop. But for anything that is only available in a shop, I'm not going to deny that to myself. It's necessary a lot of the time, so...
That's
you look like you're in a lot of pain.
Yeah, so
I am.
Yeah, you should have seen his face when I told him that when Cosmic first came out, I had to go and finally get manipulation from every single crafter. Here's the thing: I had a defense though, because this is Square's fault. This is Square's fucking fault, because manipulation used to be level 15, and then they made manipulation 2 at 65, and then they got rid of manipulation 1, and the only manipulation was the level 65 one. So that's on them. They fucked that up.
Because that's all you need. Because it's all you need.
Yeah, but then I had to do all the quests on all the crafters to get up to 65. They could have just left it at 15, but no. It had to be a skill from Storm.
No. Don't blame the game just because you're lazy. No.
I got it originally. It was the level 15 class quest, so I had that done on everyone. That was on them. They're the ones who decided to
This
push
is
it up
why-
40 levels, 50 levels.
Everyone, this is why you do all your crafter stuff beginning of expansion. Just
Not
knock
one.
it out.
Every single crafter
Or
gatherer is
ignore
at
it
my
every
level 1
expansion.
quest still.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not a single time.
Yeah. See,
It's important,
got,
yeah.
he understands. He doesn't even need it.
I honestly, I have to tell you, I meant what I said. I do hate crafting and gathering. So, like, I could not tell you why I'm able to do it so painlessly on solo. But if you have me on my main, there's no way I'm going anywhere near that stuff. Never once. I tried, dude. I tried. I can't do it.
I'll put it to you this way. I will put it to you this way. On your main, we have things. We have so many resources and things that will help you do it. I mean, fuck.
No.
Not even things like Teamcraft or anything like that. Nothing.
Nope, not for me.
Nothing. It helps. Teamcraft help.
Nope, not for me.
Teamcraft. No. Oh, okay.
I'm
Right,
so
cool.
sorry, Sly.
I'll tell you what, I
okay.
will probably unlock manipulation for this, Sly. I'm just letting you know.
Good.
You fucking better.
I will. Here's the thing for me, though. I know enough now that I'm like, I want it. And the more I know, the more I want it. Because like I've been doing Cosmic, and it's like, you know, I don't. It's funny though. I actually haven't needed it at all, other than EX Plus for Cosmic. In all honesty, I really haven't. It's been completely poised, but I needed it because I leveled 90 to 100 in Cosmic, and I definitely needed it for that. So that was a little brutal.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, no. I basically it's been Mend. Mend has been my friend. No manips at all. Yeah. In case you haven't, I'm trying to like gauge this thing. I'm like, oh, what is the undertaking of this like? Because this is like 2.5 years. I'm like,
well, I will tell you that to be more specific, A Realm Reborn, since I have sped up a considerable amount as I have progressed because I understand a lot more things in general. A Realm Reborn took me a year. I have done the other 3 expansions in a year and a half comparatively, but A Realm Reborn was a full year, and most of that was trying to figure out all of the tiny little ridiculous things that A Realm Reborn had that I never had to touch previously, having to deal with all of the different crafting methods and somehow getting through Zemel Darkhold and figuring all of that out. It's I think you will have the most trouble and suffering while you're starting, and then give it like 500 hours, and then you'll start to get it a lot easier.
Oh, Stockholm Syndrome. Perfect.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. That's usually the case.
that's usually. I mean, to be fair, I played Stockholm Syndrome the MMO with Final Fantasy 11, so.
Oh man.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm well adapted.
Believe me.
I just have to look west when I craft. It works, I swear. It makes it better. It just makes the craft better. The game doesn't tell you, but I know. You know. So A Realm Reborn, it's really interesting to me to hear A Realm Reborn is ending up being the hard, because I just feel like the difficulty of bosses would generally go up and make solos harder.
It definitely has. Yeah, no question. The bosses have gotten worse and worse as I've progressed. It's more so been the proficiency and the limitations of what I can do that make it a lot easier to handle in further expansions than A Realm Reborn. Because A Realm Reborn, you've got things like Woots, and you can't get a Woots upgrade unless you do the Binding Coils. Or, golly gee willikers, you can go into Palace of the Dead and get the floor 101 to 150
chests,
Accursed Horde, and then you open that up, and it gives you a single piece of Woots that you can descent into a single Woots nugget so that you can slowly make an entire set of that. There's a lot of really weird finagling to get A Realm Reborn to work.
Now, for the challenge, you're mainly doing MSQ, right? You're not going off the beaten path. You're not doing,
Yeah, MSQ is the main focus.
Okay, so you're like, have you had to go off the beaten path and do Coil or Alexander or anything to get anything?
For Wondrous Tales, yes. For progression, there was a point during progression where I looked at Coils as an option, but Coils was so much worse than anything I had to try and do otherwise that it was just no.
That's fair.
Yeah, I could imagine. That's very fair.
Yeah, you say that, but I'm trying to imagine it's very tough. Like, it's just like I said, I don't fundamentally, like, I can't process it. Like, well, I have to understand, like, how it actually, like, when Coil becomes an option, like, even the consideration, like, knowing what I know and, like, how it scales and everything.
Yeah, the only real time that it was a viable option to look at was fresh out of Ultima, looking for that, like, I wanted to get to end of Coils so I could get the slightly better than the augmented gear for dealing with Moggle Mug. And I couldn't get through the first set of Coils, let alone all of them. So
okay, yeah, that tracks. I can't imagine being able to get through all of it. In all honesty, that definitely doesn't sound much in the way of feasible, if I'll put it bluntly. Okay.
I went back and did it like a long time later, but yeah, definitely not in A Realm Reborn.
Speaking of A Realm Reborn, I know the answer only because my chat told me earlier, but for the sake of the of this, Crystal Tower is required.
Yeah, yes, it is.
How does that go?
So, your Crystal Tower being an absolute requirement because of the Shadowbringer stuff, I figured that the best option I had to keep in the spirit of things was to run it with a group of other solos. So I spent half a year prepping a bunch of other people doing the solo challenge and getting us all together to do it in the minimum amount of people we can manage. And I think we had 15 total, maybe. And the other rule set with it was that we couldn't interact with each other in it. We couldn't have any healers. It was just, you were in this dungeon together, but you don't exist. You're not real.
You're not real.
It's true, dude. It's true.
Every man for himself, no healing, no nothing.
Blacklist everyone after you're in the instance.
Yes, exactly. That's what we're talking about.
That'd be really
so
funny.
was it? So the entire Crystal Tower series, or just
yes, the whole tower series.
Yeah, you have to do them all. You're not allowed to leave A Realm Reborn unless you do it.
Stops you right at 3 quests from the end.
Yeah. Yes, it's not option. Yeah, that was definitely one. Definitely one I was curious about because I was like, what do I do? I was just concede. So speaking of which, is the idea of conceding to the impossibility of something a consideration? I'd imagine it is, given you're in Shadowbringers at the moment, and accepting
he has too much
some
heart.
sort of condition in that regard.
I think he has too much heart. I think he ain't got that give up in him.
Sly, he already knows. He already knows what I'm alluding to. I'm pretty sure.
The answer is that no, I don't think there's any point where I give up.
I mean more so conceding to the purely solo bit. Like, do you have to make a concession like Crystal Tower again, identically?
Identically is a very maybe. It's a lot harder to collect a group of solos that have done 700 hours of solo than it is to collect like 300 hours. But it is a possibility, but it's a very long from now possibility. Like, I would have to, an entire expansion would have to come and go, and I still can't do it. Would have to be the limit before I say, okay, we'll do the solo concession again.
I'm only saying because there's I don't know how long it'll take to get there, but there's definitely a like something in Shadowbringers that will force a concession.
Oh, I wonder what that is.
I think you know what it is. That's what I mean. Like, I think he knows exactly which encounter I'm referring to that creates problems.
Generally, I don't like to plan for things until I get to them.
Okay.
Because a lot of the time it does come back to people telling me that things just literally will not work, and then I've gotten to here and I've told you every time, no matter which one it is, like, yeah, no, I've been able to do this one. This one I do have a plan for.
Interesting.
And I will get past it.
So, yes, he does. He does know. I mean, I think we can drop the pretense and say Seed of Sacrifice, which I believe
Seed of Sacrifice will be. I'll be getting past that. My other fear right now, in the more immediate, is Hades.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how Hades is going to go.
I think we'll see. Fine. No, I'm confident. I'm pretty confident. I know exactly what your concern is, but I think you'll be fine.
Okay. All right.
I actually do believe in the Hades.
Oh yeah, no, I think
there's one thing, and there's only one thing in Hades that's realistically an immediate concern. But
I will know once I'm there, just as soon as I'm through on Mrhappy.
Yeah, it's a very immediate amount of planning that's needed. I guess another thing I'm curious about is using how much are healing potions playing a role in all this?
I'm the most prominent healing potion user of all time. I have some odd 4,000 max potions sitting in my inventory from when I was grinding Pictomancer to level 100 off Palace. I have an over-reliance on super potions that I really need to go restock at some point because I've been out of those for a while. Healing potions are very important. They're basically the lifeblood of it.
At least for the earlier levels. Palace of the Dead now definitely rings more, because I was thinking about Palace of the Dead for potions, and I was like, how does he wonder what he did for that? And then it was like, Palace. Yep, that's what I thought.
Palace for potions is actually worse now, unfortunately. I and the solos are the only people that will ever be negatively affected by the amazing changes that they just gave to Palace. It's so much better, I'm going to be honest with you, so I can't complain. But yeah, no, they don't drop max potions anymore from enemies. The normal strat previously was you would make a save file with one alteration and one rage, and then you would die and just continuously repeat the same floor set, 51 to 60, use the alteration, rage through the first floor, kill the mimics or mandragoras that spawn on floor 2, and they'll drop 4 max potions each, and then you just farm that a couple 100 times and you've got infinite max potions. We can't do that anymore because they drop sustaining potions now, and my max potions can only come out of bronze chests.
I'm surprised that they don't drop at all. I thought they would just drop less.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, it's been completely replaced by the sustainings, but at least I can still get them with the bronzes. I was worried that max potions were gone forever for any solo prior to Heavensward.
That's... all right, that sounds like fun.
Good luck, man. It's going to be great.
I wonder if... Heaven on High doesn't have to change, but I guess I have to get there first.
Heaven on High was always a problem for supers, though, compared to Palace, because Heaven on High will only drop a singular potion at a time from the bronze chests or from enemy drops, where, again, the real big thing for Palace was that I could get multiple max pots from a single kill, but now it is just only one max potion at a time from bronzes.
I think I would still take Heaven on High in this particular... Now, at post-change, I feel like now I would take Heaven on High in that regard. At that point, definitely, I might just craft the fucking potions. I'm not going to lie.
See, it's mostly just the problem of getting to be able to craft them. You can't craft the supers until you're done Stormblood. The only way to get them before finishing Stormblood is Heaven on High. The only way to get max potions before you're done Heavensward is Palace of the Dead.
Yeah, that makes sense. That'll be fun. Okay. Weighing all the options. Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be with my challenge. Because I was thinking I'm gonna be stuck in Palace of the Dead for a long time for my challenge anyway. Because mine is, unfortunately for me, more devious. As Sly, you know, it's funny, Sly. After I asked you that, chat was like, "Oh yeah, no." It's like, how am I extra? says he needs 126,000 tomes for all the realm.
I told you. Like, we've been over this so many years. Every time you do something like, hey, I'm doing this so-and-so challenge. What can I do to make this fucking extra?
Yeah, keep in mind, chat, we're not talking about soloing Palace of the Dead. We're talking about soloing the game.
Yeah.
where the sustaining potions are useless outside of deep dungeons. If they now, let me say this. If you could use those in other places, holy shit. Very different game.
My
Very
life would be so much easier.
Game. Oh my god. Maybe they'll do that at some point, you know?
That's too much. There's no way. That's too much.
Making potions viable? Is that
no,
what I mean?
sustaining potions outside of
sustaining potion. Oh.
I would love that, but that's way too much.
Oh man. Yeah, but think about how great it would be.
That's true.
I mean, listen, with the way tanks heal themselves after Heaven's Ward, honestly, is it that much different? Like,
you know what?
Like once I
can't think of any actual healing
like,
that Dark Knight has, though, outside of just Living Dead.
Soul Eater.
That's not real.
It's not real. It's Abyssal Drain.
Okay. That one I will say is real. All right.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not. Oh, yeah, it's not fantastic. Oh, no, that's right. They did get the upgraded to XCOG, but that's not until after level 90 something. If you make it that far, I don't even think you'll be using Dark Knight, to be fair. I don't think that'll be the way forward at that point.
Easy peasy. We shall see.
Easy peasy. We shall see. All right. Well, I have so many questions and I'm trying to narrow them down. Because this is a very unusual way of approaching Final Fantasy XIV. Because to back things up for everyone it's like nobody does it without duty support. That's not a usual thing for people to do without duty support. Final Fantasy XIV, sure, you can go through the whole thing solo now, but it's solo with 3 AI that'll basically tell you how to do all the mechanics and heal you and deal damage and steal your LB and all that great stuff. So I don't think very many people are like, yeah, you know what? I want to go through. The big thing is that RuneScape is built under the idea that this works. Final Fantasy XIV isn't. You have to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
So understanding all the intricacies of it's a lot more difficult, Sly.
To be fair, I am in terms of the comparison with RuneScape, I don't know a lot about, I've seen it. I don't know too much about it. I know that our Black Mage / Picto is playing it during raid when we're doing like, I don't know, he did it during like all of MA. He does it during Fru Prog too. He's like, I'm just hitting buttons and playing RuneScape in the background. Like,
Sly, let me tell you, playing is a very loose term for what they're doing in the background.
It's true.
As somebody who's
click
doing
once
it
every
right
15
now,
minutes.
Yeah, you just like he's probably gemstone crabbing, to be completely honest. That's like, if I had to guess, they're gemstone crabbing.
yeah,
like it's basically, imagine if it was macro crafting, but it was just your left click. Like Sly, what I'm doing right now in RuneScape, I'm in a thing called Motherload Mine. I need to click on this node and mine it until it runs out. And then I click on another node. When my inventory is full, I drop it in the box. I press one button every like 45 seconds. And honestly, that's inefficient, but like that's as much as I really need to do. Gemstone Crab Sly, he will press 3 buttons every 10 minutes. So that's why I think he's doing gemstone.
And that's
crab.
not an exaggeration.
No, it's literally click. Actually, it's 2 clicks. It's not even 3 clicks. It's 2 clicks because you click the cave.
Yeah,
and
you just have to click
gemstone
the
crab.
cave and then you click the crab again. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
2 clicks every
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Yeah, 2 clicks every time, and he's getting much stronger doing it. It's like it's not a marginal increase. That's what, but like that's the thing. It's like that game is like the core of it's very simple, and it's built in the idea that the way you go through everything is kind of like it's very much up to interpretation, and everything you could need to do it is natively present to you as a player. Here, nothing is built under the pretense that it is literally built on the idea that you will be playing with other players, or that they want you to encounter. They balance it around the existence of the trusts existing.
Or
What do you mean, or what?
undersize.
Okay, yeah, okay. So that is a big thing, is that in this particular regard, undersizing is kind of a strange topic because it is technically solo, but it removes the entire.
Yeah.
Because like you say, he's Picto 100. That is like one of the concessions you had to make for undersize. I know is Susano.
Well,
It's being a little robot-y. I don't know if that's you, Discord, or me.
Hold on, yeah, it's probably Discord. He's a super robot.
You try rejoining the call. See if it helps.
Yeah.
How am I not?
Perfect.
Hey, there you go.
Okay,
Not a
that's
super
great.
robot anymore.
Yeah.
That's one of the weird things with Epic Echo is that it is a lot worse than you think it is for anything past A Realm Reborn, really, because it's 300% buff in A Realm Reborn, it's a 200% in Heavensward, and then it immediately drops to 60% in Stormblood. So for Susano, the 60% buff is needed to get past it, but it wasn't really making a concession. It was just, I can't do level sync, that's checked off the list. I can't do silence echo, that's checked off the list. We use the Epic Echo. It's just another option that we have.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then now in Shadowbringers, it's like 10 or 30% even. It's barely anything.
Yeah. Speaking of Susano, do you know how that is at this point now that Picto's been nerfed? Because
yeah, it just replaced Picto with Samurai.
Okay, that's what I thought the answer was, but I was
it's a little bit more RNG than it was with Picto on release, but it's still not as terrible.
Cat, move. Sorry, my cat's being stupid. It's just laying next to the power button. It's making me nervous.
All you have to do is level a class to 100 using only the experience gains from Palace of the Dead, or your weekly experience gains from Wondrous Tales, and then you're fine. Easy peasy.
Oh, okay. No problem, in other words.
Yeah, of course. I had to do 10 runs of Palace a day for 85 days to earn an average of 1.1 million experience, which is a singular Heaven on High run, by the way, if you're curious.
10 runs? Is that 1051 to 60s specifically?
Yes. Yeah. And that was every day for 85 days.
Maybe I don't need to do my extra challenge.
Yeah, no, it's a lot. You're muted, Sly. If you said something,
You're kind of rethinking it, aren't you?
Yeah,
I mean, no, to be fair, it's just like playing 11. What are you talking about?
No, it's not. No, it's not, Sly. My challenge. So what I was theorizing for mine, Sly, because you won't understand this unless I give you some history. So Iron Man is, as you know, the proclaimed version that Rath has given is effectively just you can only get resources from playing the game and then not skip any sort of major breakpoint with like an easy quest rewards, right? No market board, no anything. In RuneScape, it's just you can't use the market board equivalent, right? That's the only, and you can't trade with other players. So that's like, those are the keys. What I was going to do is something called one chunking, where you effectively do the same thing, but you have to complete every difficult task in a zone before moving on to another nearby zone, and it's a randomly rolled zone. So it would mean, like, if I got to Palace, I'd need to get to 200. Like, as soon as Palace of the Dead is capable of being unlocked, I need to go to floor 200.
Some of them are a little horrific. Some of the zones, but I guess it's, for me, the weird part about one chunking in 14, and the reason that I haven't, like, considered one myself all that much, is because there's really, like, one or two areas in the whole game that I can think of that are like, it is so over for me. I'm going to be here for a million years. And the others just feel like very fast zones outside of, because you can't, the only problem is that we're not a sandbox like RuneScape, so you're limited so much by the MSQ for what you're stuck with in your chunks. But it ends up working out event. I guess it's kind of like a lot more retroactive of, as you complete the MSQ, you're kind of ricocheted back to, hey, you've done all of the quests to defeat Ifrit. Congratulations. Now you've unlocked Palace. You don't get to leave Quarry Mill until that's done. You can't do anything else until that's finished, or whenever you unlock optional dungeons and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Good luck.
Yeah, maybe we forego that, because, like, I was immediately like, oh, I can't wait to unlock Big Fishing, and then I'm stuck in a Realm Reborn until.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah,
I mean, even then, doesn't that? So technically, if we're doing that much, as soon as you've gotten out, as soon as you've unlocked Limsela Mensa, and then you are out into the zones where you're able to complete a level 10 quest for any given class, you can unlock fishing. So you would then at that point have to do big fishing for every available fish in all the areas that you've gotten before you can move on.
Yeah, unless I want to do no meme grinds, in which case
that's beautiful.
That's not the description.
No, come on, that is beautiful.
Every Realm Reborn big fish pretty much. I actually do have them on my main. I don't have every big fish because I haven't done it much after that. I got a few annoying ones, and then I haven't been back in some months. But that's ass, you know.
Spofi believes in you. I believe in you. You can be.
I don't think she believes in me. That's the thing. I'm not gonna speak for her, but I think we watch one chunkers on YouTube because we're not gonna do it, right? Like that's the thing. Like we get Neil. He just released his latest one. You know, we got that on lock. You know, we got our Swampletics. You know, we've got all that in terms of OSRS stuff. But I don't think she believes in me. So that's like, you know.
Settled is the king of challenge videos. So listen, man, you gotta respect the king.
Yeah, he was like actually like the 5th person we watched, and not the first.
How dare you?
It was Yanil. Yanil was the first one. It was like Yanil, then Coxie.
Oh, Josh isn't. Oh, I love him. I talk to him I haven't talked to him recently, actually, but it's a cool dude.
Yeah, he just put out his latest video on Chunky Neil. So, you know, that's fresh on my mind. You know, we got Coxie recollecting every pet. Speedrun. You know.
Speedrun pets, that's a good one, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got like 58 of them, I think, or something like that at this point. Part of the speedrun. What else
is really horrific to see some of those grinds, man.
Yeah, no, that's not good. That's not good. I mean, I don't know if you've kept up with Josh's and where he's been at for his, but that's horrific.
It's great. It's great. I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah,
Sly. Let me give Sly. Let's give Sly the lowdown. So, Sly, when you roll a chunk and you have to do all the tasks, sometimes they're not fair in any capacity. You could be level 1 in a skill, and then you go to a chunk and it's like you need level 91, but the only way to get 91 is to get like 9 EXP for like what is that, 5.7 million EXP. So like it got to the point where he put it on his laptop, plug in a foot pedal, and then position the cursor so that he could just tap the foot pedal and it's a left click while he does other things just to progress.
Yeah.
And in the most recent bit, he needed 2 drops. One was 1 in 10,000. The other was 1 in 32,000 at an average kill speed of 1 a minute. And I'm pretty sure he's been there for 9 months at this point.
Gorgeous.
in that cave. So that's what we're talking about here, content-wise.
For settled.
No,
No. That's for Josh isn't.
Settled's probably done something not so thrilling in a similar vein, I have to imagine, but you know.
Well, he did the no hit. That's pretty terrible in every imaginable way. He did the Tile Man, which is terrible in every imaginable way.
Yep.
He did Swampletics, and you know what? There's too much.
Terrible in every
Swampletics is basically the equivalent of if I said I had to gear myself up so that I could do current endgame rating, and the area I was in was just the Cerulean Northern Thanalan zone, and I could never leave there. And then I successfully do endgame rating.
I like how you somehow picked one zone out of every zone in the game. Like, you went there immediately.
Yes, Northern Thanalan hurts. I hate that zone.
Is there...
I missed the book club.
A reason for the book club? Are you talking about Darkest Devices?
No. I always called it the Northern Thanalan Book Club because that's where, back in the day, everybody fucking was for whatever fucking reason.
That's Dark Devices. Yeah, everyone sat at Dark Devices and just AoE'd the mobs down in a party of 8 for fucking 29 minutes before finishing it.
Yeah, I missed the book club. Northern Thanalan Book Club was fun.
No, my problem was the Woot's Knifefish Zenith, which is another option that can descend into Woot's Nuggets, but it's only available for like 30 seconds every other day.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Just no, thank you.
Maybe when I do the Palace solos, I'll do 101 to 150 and stop. And then just hope, right? Just hope. As soon as I can get Samurai, I'll just do it. I'll do the grind immediately, right? To 100.
The thing that I like to say to anybody that's trying out the solo challenge for the first time is that when I made this challenge, I gave myself all of these rules and restrictions because they're the things that make it fun for me and exciting and new. Because then I get a whole discovery period with this game where I don't know what I could possibly be using. I don't know what I should be doing to get past this. I don't even know if I can. But realistically, if you're going to be locking into this for hundreds or 1,000 hours, then you gotta adjust it to make it enjoyable. If you don't enjoy it, then it's going to be the worst 1,000 hours of your life. You're not going to get to 1,000 hours. You're going to get to 40 hours, and then you're going to say, I can't do it anymore, man. I'm done. I'm leaving.
I'm a masochist.
I believe in you.
I mean, at the very least, I've always had the interest in the soloing because I solo the new like when I go back and solo extreme trials, like I've had to creatively come up with solutions to those in the past, but that's about as far as it's ever gone. Diamond Weapon was really the main grace there. Actually, there's some RNG. I had a Fatebreaker Savage, which required doing the smoke phase. Yeah, doing that solo was not fun. I had to do Eden Titan Savage and figure out how to do enough damage to break the jail on my own while I'm in it.
Yeah.
That took a while. So I've already it's already up my alley. It's why I really wanted to have it. I want everyone to hear all the possibilities and things because I feel like one of the big things with Final Fantasy XIV has always been kind of making your own fun. Sly loves talking about community created content. Basically, he does venues. He's part of like a lot of the role playing circles and DJing and whatnot. And so he's always been a huge advocate for it. And this is effectively what you're doing is community created content.
Yeah.
So connecting people with that idea is important to me.
Yeah, it's definitely been a lot of fun seeing the community grow around soloing and seeing how everybody likes to try and to do things in their own little ways with whatever class they prefer or otherwise. It's nice.
Did you think it was going to be like this 2.5 years ago when you started this?
No,
did you think it was going to be anything
not
like this?
No, not in the slightest. I thought it might be like a little bit cool, but I didn't think I would have some odd 500 people doing the solo challenge with me,
And how does it feel?
feels terrible. Nobody's allowed to do my challenge but me. It's solo for a reason. Get out of here. No, it's been nice. It's enjoyable to see the way that everything grows and all of the theory crafting for improving things. Like, realistically, you could get a lot more efficient than I did things, because I did things in whatever way I could figure out to manage. But when you sit there and you take the time to, like, okay, what's actually just the best way to do this, instead of just how I can bare minimum get through this, there's a lot of new cool options you could try. There's a lot of paths you can do. There's a lot of different classes you can make it work with. I have one gamer that just sits through on everything paladin as much as possible instead of using warrior ever, which is a lot of fun to see how they can progress, and it's nice.
I'll be honest, paladin is the one I was looking at anyway, so it's, Clemency. Listen, my early solos, Clemency was my savior, so I have a very special relationship with Clemency.
ARR Clemency sucks, though.
ARR Clemency, isn't that 52?
Yeah, but that's what, if you get yourself to a point where you can silence echo and you can use clemency, you don't actually get the part where it's reduced mana until you're in Heaven's Word and can complete
I know
the
that.
quest,
Don't
or
you fucking worry. I'm well aware.
Yeah, it sucks.
No, don't worry. I'm well aware of how shit clemency is at the early. Listen, it was shit when I was using it to solo before. Anyway, before I was soloing with it before it was good. There was a period of time where warrior was actually shit at self-healing, and I was like, because they could only nascent another person, so they needed a second person before they could do it for themselves. So I was like, well, fuck it, I gotta go clemency then. So like, I have a special relationship with clemency at the lower levels at level 58. So
yeah,
well aware of it. Yeah. It's interesting because it also goes against the convention. There's always a constant discussion about soloing in MMOs. It's become really its own monster as a whole. Like, looking outside of even RuneScape, looking outside of Final Fantasy XIV, there's always some people trying to genuinely go it alone as much as possible. What do you think is like the large contributing factor? Is it the challenge? Is it just a personal playstyle? Like, what is it that you think gets people to that point?
For, at least from my experience, the one that I can say is that I enjoy MMOs during the discovery period, when nobody knows what's happening. I don't know what things are going on. I don't know how to be efficient. There's no guides online on how to be efficient. I just have to figure it out myself. And then I can go in and I can try stupid things that will never work, but I'm going to try it anyway, because you never know. And I think just being able to force yourself into that, no matter what the game is, even when it's a game that's so full of efficiency that if you even consider doing the wrong thing, 20 people are yelling at you saying that you're doing it wrong. When you do it with that kind of limitation, whatever the limitation may be, whether it's doing it solo or if it's doing it hardcore or otherwise, it's just that new layer of discovery and getting to experience the game as if it was brand new.
Yeah, that would have summed up what I would have said, pretty much. It's just doing anything that's, trailblazing. I mean, that's why I do what I do for my content as it is already. Like, I want to be in, I want to be going. That's why other games that don't make it as easy, it's like, I don't want to. I don't want to. So we've talked a lot about going through A Realm Reborn, talked a lot about those problems. Are there any other major hurdles that you could think of that branch outside of that?
Susano and the Gimlet Dark from Stormblood were some of the worst things that have ever happened to me. Gimlet Dark Enrage was I successfully beat that Enrage by 4 frames. And that was, I think, a grand total of like 20-30 hours of grinding that boss, that Enrage, over and over again. And then when I have to redo it, I have to go back and do the entire dungeon for half an hour before I can spend the next hour attempting to fight the boss again. And then
Otherwise, it's really been right now. Shadowbringers, the biggest problem is time. The ads in between bosses get strong enough now that where previously it was fine to level sync through them, now level syncing through these groups will take 7 minutes for the first 2 pulls, and then golly will, because I finished dungeons with 2 minutes left. It's the further we get, the worse it gets, but it's still been fun.
Okay. The further we get, the worse it gets. It's funny because I actually thought it was going to get slightly. I felt like Shadowbringers was going to be the breaking point where things actually, well, other than the bosses that are ridiculous and that, you know, we're worried about the possibilities. That generally, I thought the dungeons would have gotten not easier, but a number of job tools just going up, I thought would counterbalance that a lot.
Yeah, it's weird to think about when I've got my guaranteed crit AoEs since the start of Shadowbringers now, that it takes so much longer to kill the enemies. But I guess it's when they added those, they thought that everybody's going to have it forever, so we got to adjust all of these monsters to tank it, I guess. But they really gave things a lot more health in Shadowbringers.
All right. I'm interested. My brain is moving. See, this is why I wanted to do it, because now my brain's moving. Because this is all I'm gonna have. I'm not gonna be like researching how people do anything when I do it. Like I'm gonna be going at it, at least trying to go at it without too much outside perspective in regards to individual bits. Obviously, I've gotten some insight to this, and that's, you know, it's interesting. Sly, when you want to do? Oh my god, I can't even imagine Sly playing RuneScape. You have no idea how.
People have been asking me when I'm going to do old school RuneScape, because everybody's kind of gotten on that train, and like I've known about it because, like, again, our black mage slash, you know, Picto, he plays all the time, so it's always been a thing. I've always seen it in like a lot of popular streams, I guess, and like I never really I mean, I was curious but never really interested, if you see what I mean? I mean, I see it all the time. I've seen like what was the one, there was the one big event, like it was a RuneScape, I want to say it was the Death
Dead
something
Man
where
mode
it's like a
leagues.
I think it was Dead Man mode.
Okay.
It was like a whole big Dead Man event where like a bunch of people just spawned in, and then all of a sudden like half of the people were dead in like the first minute or so, and it's some shit like that. And like I've watched a few videos of that, but again, like curiosity more than interest. It looks weird. it's really
mod
fucking
for
weird.
that, Sly.
Oh my god,
Sly,
I don't even think the HD mod, but I don't think it would help it.
Trust me, it's like I don't use it because I actually prefer things. If I know a game's old, I prefer it to look old. Personally, like I don't want to take a really old game.
But then again, people got on like new RuneScape,
RS3.
the current RuneScape.
Yeah.
And that was a thing for a while. So I mean, I get it, but I don't get it.
Sly, I got you to play Final Fantasy XI.
No, I mean, you kind of did, but no, that was my mod.
I put it in their mind, Sly. I put it in their mind.
Yeah, that was mostly my mod.
Yeah, now I know it was them that brought the hammer down and got you to make it an incentive. But I've been planting the seed for years, and I'm sorry, by the way.
I'm fine. I'm okay.
I'm fine. I'm okay is what every Final Fantasy XI player has said. I want you to know that.
I'm okay with most of it, with the exception of, you know, the whole Japanese midnight. Hey, we have jobs. You have school. You probably need to fucking stop playing. No, I'm a grown ass man. Leave me the fuck alone. Let me get through this shit.
Let me get through this shit so I can get to the other. You after 6 hours. You'll be fine. You'll log back in immediately, but it'll nerd log you after 6 hours. I don't know. It would make sense if it stopped you from logging back in.
Why do games do this? You're grown ass people.
I genuinely can't figure out why
You could-
RuneScape does it.
You gotta think about it like this, right? When you're mindlessly sitting there and doing it, the time passing makes no difference. When the game logs you out and you have to sit there and think, "Oh my god, I just got 6 hour logged." It's been 6 hours. They want to shove that in your face because you give them money by playing the game, and they would like that to continue. So they want you to be healthy enough to continue living.
Yeah, but you can just log back in. It's the thing. Like, you're like, okay, it's been
Yeah.
6 hours. Press log in again. I'm all right. I'm back to nerd logging again.
Mhm.
It just gives you the thought. Yeah, so Sly, after I think 4 hours, it says you've been playing for a while. You should consider taking a break. And then like 30 minutes before, it's like, in 30 minutes, we're going to log you out. Like, they're no longer being like suggestive about it. They're like, we're logging you out in 30 minutes. We're logging you out in 10 minutes. We're logging you out in 5 minutes. But then you just literally go, it's like your parents who tell you to like, you know, don't do that. And then they go in the other room. So you just fucking do it anyway, you know? That's RuneScape logging you out effectively. It's really just a suggestion. Sly on RuneScape would be a time. Sly, I'm going to start planting the seeds.
No.
What do you mean no? Why not? What's the problem? It's
no.
it's free. Hear about this. You just do the free quests.
I mean, no.
Oh, if that's the last time he
Tragic.
said no, Rath, we got him. That's it. It's already done.
No.
It helps that Rath is actually like, I didn't know if Rath had much RS but I was like, he's doing a mode that's literally from RuneScape. He has to know RuneScape. Like, there's no way.
I'm a huge RuneScape nerd.
Like, I was like, okay, this is it. This is the team up we need to bully Sly. Here's the thing: we don't actually bully Sly. We bring it up enough until his mods make him do it. That's how I've learned. Is if I try to get him to do it, it won't work. Like Mario Party, I can't get him to do Mario Party, but I know it's possible to get him on Mario Party. I just have to like work around it.
Why are you giving these people like fucking ideas? Why?
Like Sonic Racing is coming out soon, right? And Joker's in that. So
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm not even gonna like is Joe Musashi a character? Yeah, I'll do Joe Musashi. Yeah.
Is that the
I'm okay
Yakuza?
with Sonic Racing. Shinobi.
Oh, right. Yeah. I don't know the names of the characters themselves, so I haven't played Shinobi in like 20 years. So it's not fresh on my mind. And I don't play Yakuza, so. Look at that. See? If you do OSRS, I'll join you. I haven't played. Look at that. See, I've already got you a group.
No.
Look at this. It's so easy.
Oh, stop. No. Nope. Won't do it. Can't do it. Mm-mm.
He can do it.
No.
Slice chat.
Yeah.
I'm on your side.
How are you on my side?
Think about how valuable the perspective is. When we criticize Final Fantasy XIV, we want to have reference points, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you need to. So as part of the podcast, wouldn't it be valuable to expand your thinking and understanding?
See, when he puts it's
Not
for
really.
the sake of the
It's for the sake of the podcast, Sly.
come on.
No. When are we ever? Okay, put it like this. When are we ever?
Right now.
I'm logging in.
Of course you are.
Dude,
I'm logging in.
think about this. Bourbon and woodcutting. It's a match made in heaven. It's literally the perfect game for just sipping on a bourbon and just doing some easy shit. Oh, I just had to bring the bourbon. That's it. See, chat knew. They just had to bring the bourbon into it. There we go. The show, by the way, was only orchestrated, Rath, to get him to play RuneScape. I want you.
Perfect. Yeah, understandable.
Yeah, that's been.
I'm glad I could contribute.
Yeah, you were the most valuable contributor I could have had. I couldn't have done this alone, Rath.
Y'all are terrible people. Terrible.
They were what?
Terrible.
That's the sound. That's what someone says when they're downloading it. Is the thing.
No, the fuck I'm not.
All right. Anyway, let's get back to talking about Rath and the
Please.
all right. So I've personally exhausted most of the questions and my curiosities that I've had. So I actually do want to give you the floor for a little bit, Rath, to talk generally about the solo challenges. You've had a lot to say about individual bits, but no doubt you've noticed that as you've done it, other people have started doing it. It's become a much more kind of like normal thing. So I want you to talk to people who are interested in this type of challenge. Give them an idea of you've given them some idea of what they're in for, but kind of like a broad statement to anyone who's seeing something like this and doing it, the way that you do it versus the way they could do it, self-input. Kind of just have the floor with this particular topic.
Okay. Well, I mean, I want to say it just for even more than just the stuff that I do, like my solo challenge. There's a bunch of different challenge content out there for 14 that might be lesser known, with the achievements locked characters and walk only characters and no hit characters. It's a lot of the most important, and the only thing that I think really matters is that you have to remember that Final Fantasy XIV is the game that we like, and we play this game because we enjoy it. So if you hit the button because you see that my video or their video is doing super well and you just want to do well on YouTube, and you create a challenge that you do not innately enjoy, it's going to suck. And you're not going to want to keep doing it. And then you're going to give up. So make sure that if you're making that choice, that it's something you want to do. You have to want to do challenge stuff. You can't make yourself do it. It will burn you out a horrible amount. It will make you never want to log back into 14 ever again. And I can promise you that, because I have seen it, unfortunately. So just make sure that it's something that you enjoy.
Yeah, I mean,
we're talking about.
Oh, sorry, Sly, you go. Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about doing like a specific zone or something for like days, or doing something for hundreds of hours.
Mm-hmm.
You're just built different. That's just it. You're just fucking built different.
It's, it works. It's fun. It's enjoyable.
Yeah. And another thing to mind is that, like you said, there's no specific challenge that you have to do. You have to do a solo challenge, but I guess my big thing is that I want to encourage people to find a bit more fun with 14. You want the developers to make your fun, but by what Rath's doing, they did. They made the game,
Yeah.
And then he said, I could do it different.
Exactly.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you are the one that presses the button. And if you've decided that you're going to spend a week doing 700 hours of cosmic exploration when it comes out, and then you finish all the content and you're wondering where the content is, Yoshi P, I hate to tell you, but it was released and you did it in a week. Take your time, enjoy it. I'm seeing Mr. Happy's eyes open up. He's in fear because I'm talking about him.
I haven't done 700. You're
He has to
never
worry
going to
about
see me
this
do
shit.
700 hours of cosmic
Exactly.
exploration. Yeah, that's not. No, I'll save that for the end of the expansion. When I need to get my 500,000. I have 50,000 on mining. That's one of the 11 jobs, 1/10 of the way.
There you go.
So, that's
And you know what? That's perfect.
progress, I guess.
Absolutely flawless.
Yeah, that's all you're looking at it. Yeah, no, I have to suffer tomes right now. Yeah, I need 63,000 tomes before the next step comes out. It's great. Love that.
Yippee.
Yippee.
Woo!
Sure,
I know you can.
Sure do love tomes. They're books. That's what they are.
It's an option. It's just another option. Tomes are just an option.
It's the
Mr.
only
Happy,
option.
I'm just saying. Listen, if I can do a combined total of 3,670 floors of Palace of the Dead to beat a single trial boss, you can get 156,000 tomes.
120.
Believe yourself.
We know you can do
Oh,
it.
I know I can do it.
Yeah.
I just,
Yeah.
The funny thing is I just wish that I could just do that exact same grind and not have it only be tomes.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I want the grind. I just like I did Delubrum every day for 7 hours for a month to collect all the Bozier relics. I did that. Optimized it down to like 12 minutes to do a full Delubrum run.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like we went ham. The average boss length was like 2 minutes. I would love to be light grinding right now. If they stuck the light grind in front of me and then said, by the way, you can also use I'd be like, great.
I feel like that's a very hot take.
I don't want 10,000. I just make it 2,500 each. Also, anything's better than as I just end up doing hunts most of the time. What I mean? I do a lot of hunts.
Hunts are chill. Hunts are chill
Until you realize that you need 63,000 tomes at 20 a hunt.
Yay.
Suddenly it's the rationalization Sly is not as exciting when you put it that way.
We don't listen to that side. You're not supposed to. If you're about to do a one chunk, you can't listen to that side. You can never listen to that side. There can't be the rationalization side.
Yeah, you can't be rational.
The problem is that they put that wall in front of me. If I put the wall in front of me, I'm more willing to bust through it. If they put the wall in front of me, I'm like, this is a stupid fucking wall. Look at how stupid this fucking wall is. Just yelling at it the whole time.
Tragic.
Oh, so yeah, that's I'd say that covers most everything that I wanted to talk about. Sly, do you have any curiosities, questions, intrigues?
No, yeah, I think we pretty much covered everything, save the OSRS bullshit. But yeah,
I mean, we can keep talking about that if you want. Sly.
No, we're good. We're good.
Sly, just so you know,
again,
you said I was lucky. I did not get the mining pet while we were doing this, so I think I've disproven.
Shucks.
I mean,
to be fair, this is an isolated incident, so I'm not going to say that you're unlucky.
I don't know.
We do know there is Sly luck, and then there's everybody else's luck. That's the thing.
I don't know.
Now
I think Rath will challenge you because there's Rath luck too.
There's definitely Rath luck, unfortunately.
Well, Sly, I guess you'll just have to hop on to OSRS and get a skilling and see if we get a skilling pet before I do. Just so you know, Sly, the odds of me getting
to let everyone out there know, this will never be a thing. This will never be a thing. There is nothing you can do.
We're just gonna cut the episode here. It's a pleasure seeing you, everybody. He's crazy. He's talking nothing. Don't worry about that.
Wrong is the funny
there's no amount. There is no number that makes me do this. There's no.
You said that about 11 once upon a time, Sly. I want to remind you of that.
Okay, I was slowly talked up to 11. You cannot slowly talk this up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
It's been a pleasure to be here, everybody. Thank you for having me. I'm going to step out so that our dear married couple can have their counseling.
Oh my God.
Before I get in the middle.
Oh my God.
I mean, you're the counselor, though.
Well, I think you're going to have to find another one. They don't pay me enough for this one.
Does this one have too much
Damn,
bias?
we're that much of a problem, Happy, that we need a new counselor?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's like this is about OSRS, and he's got a vested interest in it. So, there's a conflict of interest, so you can't have a counselor.
Oh, God.
All right. No, but we are gonna wind down. I'm glad that we got to do a little talk about the solo challenge.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea when your next video is going to be coming out?
The next video for solo probably sometime in either next Saturday or the week after. Should be for the Titania bit.
Oh yeah! Wow. Yeah, you're much further ahead on your stream than you are in your. Okay, I see what you got. Yeah, to be fair, it's a lot.
It works out for me mostly because I have the buffer for a reason, because there have been many times where I hit a grind that's so long that I have to just start making other videos to fill in the gaps while we wait, because otherwise it's like a 2 or 3 month wait.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. Can't wait. It's gonna be great.
Good luck.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining us for this week's episode of State of the Realm. And Rath, thank you for taking the time to join us and talk about your solo adventure.
Yes.
Do your usual end of a podcast spiel. You know the drill.
Yeah, it was good to see everybody. You can find me on the Blueskies or the Twitter.coms and on YouTube. All is RathGames. Go do that. Great.
RATH. And by the way, the outro is Rath's name, not Jesse's name. Before anyone wonders.
Thank you.
No, thank you. And thank you for making something that is like really, it's people talk about. I want you to say that people talk about it all the time. It is a major part of the Final Fantasy XIV community. It is well known, well respected, and probably a little bit. A few people probably just like, as audio only listeners, I've got my eyes wide open with my mouth wide open, just. But all in respect. So I want to say thank you for your contribution to the Final Fantasy XIV community. That's something that has definitely changed the way people consider playing and enjoying the game that they were already playing.
It's very sweet. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Sly, it's your turn, Mr. OSRS.
No. Hi, I'm Sly. You can find me at twitch.tv/Sly, aka Gray Fox. Twitter at Sly, aka Gray Fox. Blue Sky, Sly, aka Gray Fox. Nothing really major. Still getting through SRWY. Still doing through. Of course, tonight is bourbon night, and I did walk away with a few bottles through horrible traffic. But yeah, we'll try those tonight. Tomorrow, I believe all of us are involved tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
A wonderful PvP tournament.
We have a thing tomorrow. Yes. My talk is
slap so hard, Sly. So
you have no faith. You have
no. I know enough about the other teams, is what I know.
Oh God.
I'm being forced to tank. I've never once played Paladin or Gunbreaker in PvP.
You'll be fine. Until you get up against my team, and then you'll lose. It'll be perfect.
See? There you go. Which team are you on, Rath? Who's on?
Team Snackables. I've got Denmo. I've got Girl.
Oh yeah,
DM,
no, we've lost.
No, we're running that fade. No, fuck that. We running that fade.
No, you know, Sly. That's the match we lose. If we seed them, then the tournament's going to be very short for us. I promise you.
Have a little fucking faith. Oh my God!
I've been telling my team specifically. We either have to win the whole thing, or I need to lose immediately so I can go to the Ren Fair. There is no in between. So if we are past round 1, then we're winning the whole thing.
Sly, they've been scrimming on stream. Denmo, especially, they've been scrimming. I haven't even talked to you about it until now.
Perhaps we just gel. We do shit at FanFest together.
You know what?
Just gel.
That's a good thing. Sly, if I throw the match, will you play OSRS?
No!
I tried, chat.
I don't think you could throw the match for their whole team. I'm not going to lie. I don't think you alone could throw.
No, it's not. That's not possible. No.
Not with Denmo on my team, you're right.
Yeah, no, definitely not with Denmo on your team. There's no shot. There's like 2 teams that are really practiced. And then everyone else who's just going to be having fun, which is great because we're raising money for a good cause and we should just be having fun. And that's all that actually matters. But I will
have murder in my eyes though, but
where our nuts are going to be like, there's going to be cement poured and then jackhammered over our nuts. And that's the treatment we're going to be receiving when we go up against Denmo's team, if we get to that point. That's the best analogy I could think of.
Yippee.
Have faith. You're going to have faith.
Oh, I have faith in something. It's just not us.
But yes, that's pretty much it for me. Happy?
I'm playing in the PvP tournament tomorrow. That's my thing. I'm about to get fucking rolled.
Woohoo!
All right, but listen, it's going to be a fun time. So tomorrow, when you're seeing this, it's today. It's Saturday, September 13th at 3 p.m. Eastern, if my time zoning is correct, because I'm going off what it says in the Discord, and it says that we're getting together at like 2 to like 2:45. So I'm assuming it's time zones because it's Discord. It's a big PvP tournament. Frosty's organizing it. So for those who don't know, he organizes the World Race. So if you've seen anything World Race related, Mog Talk related, Frosty's the one in charge of all that. And he is organizing this tournament. And let me get the rest of the information here. Here's the event rules, but I wanted all of the schedule, news. Oh, something just posted. He posted today. Good afternoon. We're 24 hours from the tournament. There you go. Now I know exactly when it is. Yeah, there's going to be giveaways. There's going to be prizes. I'm able to get, there's a whole bunch of stuff here. So it's going to be a fun time. If you never watched Crystalline Conflict, trust me, I'm not a huge Final Fantasy 14 PvPer. I do like to shoutcast a little bit for it, but it is quite fun to watch. I can promise you that. And from what I hear, PvP's been doing quite well this season. The addition of Omega and Ultima has led to some really good queue times for the lower ranks, which is surprising because I didn't think that would be the case. But I've got it on good authority that it's actually going quite well in terms of the overall participation. So it's a good time to get your eyes on it. It's also a great tome farm if you also need 63,000 tomes before the next patch. So definitely make that consideration as well. It's an option for your tomes. It's going to be a good time. Other than that, I got Trails in the Sky First Chapter Remake next week. I might do Sonic when it comes out for a community night. We've got Tactics on September 30th. We've got Pilgrim's Traverse, Quantum, and the Monster Hunter collab on the 14 side, probably October 7th. We've probably got Omega on, I think, September 28th. I think that's the last Wednesday night of the month, which is usually when they do updates, title updates for Monster Hunter. It's at like 5 or 6 p.m. like Pacific or something. So busy times ahead. And I am playing Borderlands 4. So thank God I don't got time for all that. It's just not happening. But that's gonna be a wrap for us. Thanks, Rath, for joining again. Appreciate you taking the time.
Rath mentioned.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
And we're gonna go into a short post show. So thanks everyone for watching. We will see you next week, where we'll be doing what we did. We actually got quite a few topics we can cover next week, but I think we'll do last week's show next week, and then I've already got a topic for the week after that. So, or we'll just skip ahead to the next topic next week. Either way, Sly, put in a show same time next week in your calendar. Just make sure it's there because we will have one. So thanks everyone for watching, and we will see you next week. Until then.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you soon.